And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meredith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Operating from the gun. Johnson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now Johnson to throw on 3rd down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And he'll be out right at the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Meredith.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding it for a short gain.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up the 3rd and 2 more.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ramsey. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Let's go now. Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Ramsey, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the run. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? We got a good battle developing down around the goal line in the trenches.
We certainly do. They went fullback dive. He's going to ask for it again because he doesn't get many opportunities to carry the ball, so you know he's going to be determined. That might be the right call to come back with it one more time.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Johnson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Johnson from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
Marquise Bell in on that stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ramsey, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. It's Ramsey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
It's complete to Fuller. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Back to throw. Meredith. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Johnson now. Throwing on 1st down. Rolling to his left. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now Johnson on 3rd down. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
Hey, go steal.
A final shot before break. Meredith. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Striker, 3-3. Red, Michael. Field, black. Ready?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Gets this one to use check. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On 1st down, Ramsey. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Meredith. And that is incomplete here.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off play action. Meredith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the 1st half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. It's Ramsey, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, here's Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Ramsey, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, it's Ramsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a third and 4. Back to throw. Meredith. This is caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin from 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On 1st and 10, Johnson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
To throw on second down, Meredith. Here's Fuller with a catch. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready? Hey,
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, Meredith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Meredith looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
ready! Hey, confused! Check pink! Yellow, go! Cut!
They'll try the left side. Ramsey, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Meredith. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It was Jamel Dean who brought him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Johnson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Johnson. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Johnson dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Tryon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Johnson throwing on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Here we go, set. Yellow, line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ramsey. And some room to roam now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He finds Hillman.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Hillman with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Meredith, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And this one is incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And the slot man goes in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Meredith.
They'll swing this out to Fort.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
On 4th down, Meredith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Meredith. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Buccaneers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.